Underground Reptiles, transporting trampoline style.
So much traffic behind us. So much traffic.
What you think, Mikey?
Woo, 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 woo. Only at Underground Reptiles.
This might be only at Underground Reptiles.
Welcome to 20 Minutes Underground, your YouTube reptile online show, weekly show for reptile enthusiasts like him. That's why he's here. This week we show you part 2 of the move, the new facility, and you get a sneak peek at some wintering tegus. Not the best looking when they are wintering, however, they are still my babies, and I love them, and I will defend them to the death. We want to work something new. I don't know if we made that announcement last week, but we want you to tell us what you would like to see, what you would like to hear, your questions, your comments, your suggestions. After 100 plus shows, we're running out of crap to say. So we want to know what you want us to say. Enjoy my Goliath. Now you guys can look back at the earlier shows and see when Goliath was born. We have pictures of him rubbing out of the egg. If you can find that show and tell us where it is, free t-shirt to anybody who can tell us. First person, I mean, not anybody. First person that tells us, hey, Goliath was in this show, number, and state the number. I'm not going to tell you because that would be cheating, and I don't want to cheat. Get a free t-shirt. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. God bless you. And as we always say,
Oops. Here we are at the new place. Let's show you around. A lot going on. New hides, old hides. You can see up front, we got all the busted cages that we're throwing out. Here's one row of tegus that we're gonna try and set up today. Our babies, blue tongues, still sitting out. If you guys come this way, we got the pectinatas set up. So that was our priority number 1. Get the pectinatas set up, comfortable again, not freaked out. You can see we got new cages being built right now. Our buddy Vince is almost done with another 8 or 10 of them. First pallet of mulch came in. Tearing up the property already. Got some nice racing stripes. Hi, Rex. Hi. Rex is in the same cage, so maybe he was right about the move. Didn't get him a bigger cage yet. These are all the pectinatas. Hi. Got some nice food. You can see some of them are out. We fed them yesterday. Hopefully they're not freaking out. We want them to calm down. And this is our land. As far as the camera can see, all this property with the trees, 2.5 acres, is what we're gonna build off of. It's swampland. It rained big time the past week. Everything got flooded. You couldn't even drive back here. So we're doing our best to set everything up before we have to raise the ground up. We got to bring a bunch of truckloads out to lay everything out, and then eventually, you know, the dream is to build out here and expand and put turtles, tortoises, all types of lizards, and you know, buildings and everything that we possibly can for you. But this is the start of it, and we'll be laying tegus out today. We want to try and get everything out of our bags into our cages. Everything's numbered. They're going to go back in the exact same cages that we pulled them from. That's very important because you don't want to pull a tegu then put them in a different cage with different bedding, different smell before they wake up. We're about to get another cold snap this week, so I think it's going to work out perfect. It's warm today, but if we put them back in their cages and then it gets cool again, they'll go right back to sleep and they won't wake up until it's time. So I think, Lord willing, this is going to work out perfect. Hi, Mike.
okay, Okay, so this is like day 4 of just developing and probably what's going to be a year-long project. Look over here, got all these cages we're still repairing, getting together, about to put them out. If you look over here, here's some more of the cages we're either repairing, or these over here is a pile of garbage. These are old cages, years and years old. That's the first row that's going to go in. That's a big rhino guana cage we haven't put in. This whole row here used to be cages. We got them in place. We're hoping today we can finish these 2 cages up. Now in the future, this is going to be the paved road. Here's going to be the way in to Underground Reptiles breeding facility. And if you look here, the road that we're on, we're going to lift it up and we're going to pave it. And you see on the sides here, where the water is meeting, show them side there. We're going to make 2 canals on either side that we're going to breed turtles and things like that in. So there's going to be almost like a moat around the road. Now, right now, obviously, it's about developing, it's swampy, but all that property there will be dry now because when you put that drainage moat in, all the water will drain into it and that'll keep that dry. It's cold anyway. So what we do here, the first line that we're going to get to, on the left here, the red table line. This is where we set up all our red tables. And as always, we set up the red tables away from the other tables, not to interfere with their breeding cycle. If you look, these are all our groups of trios of red tegus, including at the end, right in the middle there, those 2 cages over there are the King Panthers, right, those 2 right there. Now, I know you probably want to see the tegus, but I'm sorry, we can't. This is just right now, just a tour of the facility. They're sleeping. As you can see, it's in the 50s and we're a little chilly and we don't want to disturb the lizards much ahead. Next group of cages here on the left. These are the sprinkles. We haven't finished setting their cages up. We just started yesterday. This is going to be all the purples all the way down the line. See, we set them up in pairs. And then right beyond them, see that we've got the pectinata, the pied pectinata, the panda dragon. Those are all them. Now you see we're still going to finish the ground over here and reset them. The machines go up the ground. On the right you'll see some of the cages that are for the blue tongues. We're going to fix them up too. Right now they're not fixed. The rhino guana cage, we got to fix that. Moving was a real bear. As always, things take longer and cost more than you ever hope or dream they will. On the left now is a line of black and white tegus. This is all of the Paraguayan black and white, the giant tegus. Now right now all the cages are just in place temporarily because what's going to happen is we're going to pull the cages out of there with a machine and we're going to level the ground. We're going to put a pad down and then put them back nice and neat so everything is uniform and neat. It doesn't look that way now, but it definitely will be when we get to it. And look on the right, these are baby cages. This is where we're going to put our nursery. We're not really sure of the location yet. And if you look at all the land, we've got almost 3 acres here. We're not really sure where everything's going to go yet. Obviously, it's a continuing work in progress, and this is just week 1. So I hope you guys like day 1's tour of exactly what's going on at the Underground Reptiles breeding facility. Thanks for your interest. Oops. This cage is weigh probably 300 pounds or more. The total cost on each one is probably close to 500 bucks. You add up all the screen and the hardware. So moving them is a interesting endeavor. Load them on top of this platform that we got at Harbor Freight. Bible says he'll give you more than you could ever ask, think, or imagine. And that if you'll trust in him, he'll give you the desires of your heart. I never dreamed when I was a little guy, 9, 10 years old, reading Carl Calfield's Snakes, book of The Keeper and the Kept, and Roger Conan's Field Guide, that I'd ever have anything even remotely imaginable like this. I never even dreamed of it. And here I am. Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus.
These are the must-have tools for Tegu season for underground reptiles. This big wrench, follow me. This is big. We got this monkey wrench.
What do we do with that?
You know what we do with this.
So we're here. It is Thursday. We started Monday, and you can see that I'm starting to lay out the black and whites in this line. So far, I've laid out, this is the third pair. You see we got Chicoan Whitehead number 28. A lot of our cages got screwed up, so instead of this cage being 57, we might just rename it, but we are IDing all of our Tegus. Let's see if these guys see them in there. Die. Hopefully they'll just go back to sleep. The idea is put the male and female together so that they stay calm. This right here is Spot. Close this one up. The world famous Spot. Hey babes. Hi Uzi. Let's check her out. I'll give you guys an in the bag look. Hi Spot. Poria. So she's gonna go in her new cage. This cage was just built, brand new. Only the best for the best. And we'll set her up. She didn't get wintered with any male. We wintered her by herself, so she might not freak out too much. Ready, Spot? There you have it, day 4, underground reptiles. We are working away. I don't know why we're.
So Austin came up to me and he's like, yo, check my neck. There's ants, I think there's fire ants on my neck. And I'm like, bro, there's no ants on your neck. But there was ants on his neck. Of course I knew there's ants on his neck. There was thousands of ants on his neck. I needed him to get bit by those ants so that he can be stronger. That's what Austin needed. Because before that, a little girl. But now he's stronger.
You knew there was ants on my neck? You're a piece of crap, you know that?
I didn't know you were recording.
The question is, do Tegus have any idea what we have to do to move their cages? It's easier moving a 6-person family than it is Tegu cages.
Do they know what we go through to get them laid?
Serious. This is our first line of red Tegus back here. Hopefully this will dry up and we can raise it. There's Mr. Diego. Hi, Diego. Clearing the property. All for the Tegus.
real redneck stuff over here. Yo, rednecks out there, what's up?
Underground Reptiles. Gonna show you guys how to make some dinner. A little bit of banana flavored baby food. A little bit of apple sauce for our baby kinkajou here. Let's see how she's doing. This baby is going home tomorrow. How you doing? Hello. Say hi. But I also want to show you how not to cook a steak. Look at Mike. He doesn't know how to cook a steak. What's up, Mike? What are you doing, man?
I'm cooking steak, bro.
Is that how you cook steak? Is it dog food? I just want to know. Is it dog food?
Dog food.
Only on Underground Reptiles can you fail at cooking steak. And to day 4 with our reptiles, and we are out of mulch. We don't have enough cages built, and as you can see, we still have animals in bags. We really were hoping that everything would be out of bags and set up by now, by especially the, man, we thought we were gonna have it done by the 2nd day. We are now on day 4. We need more mulch, we need more cages. A lot of them got ripped up by our move, and this is why it's so important to move at the right time of year. If this was summer, we would never be able to keep these animals in bags more than 48 hours safely, to be able to acclimate back to their breeding facility. So we definitely are in a predicament. We got to get these animals set up. We have to get more bedding, and we got to get more cages built. We'll update you guys tomorrow, or show you a video of tomorrow. We're filling up bowls right now. We have no light outside. It's getting dark earlier, and we got to get our breeding facility up to par. What we have set up is looking good, but we got to get these guys out of bags. We want to get them set up, but we also don't want to rush it. And don't get me wrong, the animals are fine, they're healthy, you know, they're sleeping, which is good, but we got to get them set up to get everything back in swing. There's a cold snap coming in tomorrow, so it'd be great if we could get them all set up and back to sleep before then. Day 5 at Underground Reptiles. Mr. Goliath is now free. Hi, Goliath. How are you? Say hi. It's freezing out here. We got our cold front just like we wanted, and we are, oh snap, air humping in action. Hey! I think he's got a hoe in his hand too, which makes it better. So Mr. Goliath getting set up right now. Here you go, bud. I just finished laying out some albinos. And then we got our pallet of mulch. We got cages repaired. This is gonna be a good day. We might be done setting up animals today. Obviously, we're gonna be rearranging a bunch of stuff, but the animals in the bags are all going in. And if we can get that done, we will be golden. Diego here, my man, putting away some hideouts. If you guys can, we'll show you Jonah repairing some cages over here. What do we do to this cage, Jonah?
Yo, so look, this cage rips. Completely ripped out, the whole bottom rips. So you know what we did? We just threw a brand new bottom on. Easy. So what we gotta do now is we just gotta clip it. Clip the cage off. Clip the chicken wire off.
So you can see right here, that dark wood is what got wet and soaking. Put new 2x4s on the bottom. So if you guys have swampy land or even your wood's starting to rot out like it does down here in Florida, instead of scrapping your whole cage, you can just put a new bottom on, cut the old screen out, and you'll be good to go. All these cages right here, we had a choice. We could either throw them all out or we could just repair them. A lot easier and more efficient repairing them.
My favorite part of today, riding the four-wheeler with the cab on the back, going through the mud, splashing the gas, and getting Diego all muddy.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite part too. The muddy part.
Now we're getting gains, end of the day, day 5
Chocolate.
of setting up tegus. We have all our blues set up. We have almost all our black and white set up, and we have everything but one pair of purples set up. Our rhinos are all set up, male and female, had to go together because one of the cages got destroyed. Rex is obviously doing good. Let's see what else. Cages are being repaired. We got mulch. Animals are going to sleep. Cold front came through. Probably going to be in the 50s tonight, 40s tomorrow. If you're up north, maybe that's not cold. Us Floridians, freezing. We'll update you. We're going to show you guys a sky view of all our tegus and cages laid out. It's going to be beautiful. We will update you.
Alright, what's up guys, losers and ladies? It's that time again for your pal, the guy who set the internet on fire, the guy who makes Steve Irwin jokes and don't care, the guy who hates Bernie Sanders but loves his hair, Moody friggin' Moody. Alright, we got our wieners for this week. You guys get a free t-shirt, I guess the boss said. The question was something about where do you get your feeders? I don't know why he would ask that question. Man, we have to have a question for the question of the week. Like, what would you like the question of the week to be? Maybe next time. I don't know. Anyways, let's pick this week's winner. First one up, Riley Cunning. Says, first of all, I love Moody Booty. And of course you do. Why wouldn't you love Moody Booty? I am the best. I am better than all the rest. There is none like me. I transcend. Well, I don't know what I transcend, but you know what I transcend. Anyways, he says, I get mealworms at my local pet store, blah, 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 called the Animal House. Good. And for my leopard geckos. And I breed dubias for my beardies. And I grow my own veggies. Holy cow, this guy's a friggin' entrepreneur or something. Well, good for you. Why don't you go breed some more animals or vegetables or whatever you do and enjoy a free friggin' t-shirt. Get out of here. Next one, Jack's Hawkeye. He says, I found a ad on Craigslist. Oh, here we go. Sorry, I had to grab a t-shirt for some unknown friggin' reason. Anyways, he says, Jack's Hawkeye says, I found an ad on Craigslist. That's never a good thing, buddy. I wonder where this is going. Anyways, found an ad on Craigslist for feeds from a guy named Dale. You mean you found out it was a guy named Dale? The ad started with a girl named Denise, huh? I know, I've been there. Poor guy. Anyways, he says when we arrived at his house for the first time, and we see 5 Galapagos tortoises basking in the sunlight. Ooh, Galapagos. Anyways, it was like a movie scene when the light shines down and the voices start to sing. Amazing to see such an awesome big tortoise just soaking it all in. Now I know what you really mean. When you were thinking movie scenes, you were thinking that one scene from Pulp Fiction, you know, where the guys get captured and locked in the basement. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. That's what happens when you answer those Craigslist ads. I recommend stopping. Alright, so you get a free t-shirt too. Congratulations. Go enjoy your time with Dale. And finally, it's time for our loser of the week. You get nothing because your comment sucked, and so do you. Loser of the week is Samuel Trewin. He says, sad, all the wetland habitats getting destroyed. One day there will be nothing left. I'd rather have, I don't know, something about seeing, you know, wildlife in the wild than cheaper wildlife captives. Blah, blah, blah. I don't care. Anyways, the reason why you're a loser of the week, Samuel Trewin, is I assume you're talking about our property that we just purchased. But you're a moron, because it's in a suburban area. It's an old tree farm that we purchased and are going to be repurposing for the use of breeding reptiles. It's not the wetlands, numbskull. You know, and I guess he wrote back to the boss at some point saying how he's in Australia where everything is beautiful and wonderful. But you know what? Whatever happened to the good old days where Australians were about like Crocodile Dundee? Now you guys are about reality TV shows where you find out that the girl at the end that you were trying to court is actually a guy. You guys are getting weird out there. I don't like it. Anyways, get back to whatever you do, Samuel, and enjoy your wetlands out in Australia, I'm sure. Later, suckers.
That's 20 minutes underground. We hope you guys enjoyed the show. We hope you guys had a great time. Yeah, I caught him that time. Thank you guys for watching. We hope you enjoyed the new...
It's my brother.
Hope you guys enjoyed the new facility. We hope to be bringing you the most fun, the finest of reptiles and amphibians. Some you could just waste 15 minutes of your life on while you're cruising around YouTube. This week's question of the week for free crap, and as we all know, free crap is good, is this. What is your favorite online reptile forum? Want to know, is it King Snake, Tegu Terra, is it any online forum? It can be specific, maybe it's a Tegu forum, maybe it's a ball python forum, but what is your favorite, where the people are cool, the information is right on, it's not a bunch of backbiting BOI crap, but it's people who are truly concerned for each other and are willing to help out. And we hope to do that. Never hold back good information from somebody else who wants to get involved. Thank you again for watching. God bless you, and what's his name?
Oos!